Hello everybody, I'm back and I'm going to make a recipe that, as you can see, I've made before many times. I really like this recipe for eggplant parmesan, and it's in, I'll tell you what the book is, Staff Meals. I've shown you this before for something, and it's a good book. I haven't made that many things, but everything I've made out of it has been pretty good. And let me read you the recipe. It is a cup of all-purpose flour, 2 cups of fine dry breadcrumbs, which I didn't have that many, so I added panko to the little bit of breadcrumbs I had. 4 eggs, 2 small, it said, I didn't really weigh them. What prompted this recipe is I got 2 nice eggplants at the farmer's market last weekend. So 2 small eggplants, peeled and cut into 1/4 inch rounds. I did it a lot thicker, but that's cool. 1/3 to 1/2 cup of olive oil or more is needed, salt, kosher, 4 cups of basic tomato sauce. I just bought some I use all the time in this recipe that's perfectly good for this. 1 container, 15 ounces, which is about 2 cups, almost 2 cups. A pound of mozzarella cheese slice and 1/4 cup of freshly grated parm. And you actually coat the eggplant in the flour, egg, breadcrumb. Then you saute it in a skillet in olive oil. And then you layer it in your casserole dish with the tomato sauce and the cheeses. And we are going to have this with a salad later. And I am going to have some nice crusty bread for this. Let me show you what I have ready. Right here is a cup of all-purpose flour, 2 cups of a combination of, about 2/3 panko and 1/3 dry breadcrumbs I had. Here is the already made tomato sauce I'm going to use. This is what I bought once, and I've been very happy with it. So there's what I'm calling, it's at least 1/4 cup of grated parm. There's my pound of sliced mozzarella. Here's my 2 eggplants that I peeled, and then I sliced a little. They're closer to 1/2 of an inch, I'd say, which will be fine. I'll just cook. There's my ricotta cheese. And here's 4 eggs I'm going to beat up. That's for the eggplant to go in the middle, after the flour, the egg, and then the breadcrumb. So I'll show you this when I get sauteing in the skillet. All right, I'm back with my little messy, the last one of my breading station here with the 3 parts. And here is the last one. It is dipped in flour, both sides, lightly, shaken off. And then it's in the beaten egg. And now it's in the breadcrumb / panko mix here. These are my last ones, and there's my tray of all the rest of them. So I think I have just enough of everything to go around, and I won't have to get any more out. I obviously have plenty of flour and eggs, because this is the end of that, so. All right, there's one of those. Now I'm gonna saute this in some olive oil till they're kind of soft, and then I'm gonna salt them when they get on the paper towels. So I'll be back after I get sauteing, okay? Okay, so I'm sauteing these eggplants. I put a little olive oil on the top there. Here's a few I started. I'm doing it in batches. You know, you don't really have to go to this trouble. You could actually just roast your eggplant in the oven, but it won't have as much flavor as this is going to have from, the frying in the olive oil and everything. Yeah, a little more fat and everything, calories, but it's good. I'm going to flip these over. Let's see how they look. Oh, it looks good. It looks good. Sorry if I had a little bit of a hand in front of the camera just before this, because my hand was all covered in sticky stuff from the coating. Anyway, I Put a little salt on the first side, and now I'm going to salt them again after I turn this up a little. Flip. Oops. Oh, that's so pretty. That's the way I wish they all looked. Doesn't really matter. You don't see them because they're going to be all covered in tomato sauce and cheese, but they look good. Give this a little spin around. And now I'm going to sprinkle a little salt on all of them. It's really the only salt that you put in it is what you put on the eggplant. So we'll see. Okay, so that's how you saute the eggplant. Well, it said 1 minute per side, but these were kind of thick, so I'm doing them like 2 minutes per side. Here's my casserole. I have 3/4 cup of that tomato sauce I bought. Then I'm going to put in half of the eggplant. And I'm going to dollop all my ricotta cheese on top. And then I'm going to do another layer. You put another half a cup of sauce, the rest of the eggplant, and all the ricotta's in the middle. So I'll show you after I get it layered. Here's it said 15 ounces, but it was just about 2 cups which is 16 ounces of ricotta. And now I'm going to sprinkle a little, some more tomato sauce on here. This is a half of a cup. And then goes another layer of the eggplant. So we'll be back when I get it all put together, okay? Here's the next layer. After I put the ricotta cheese on there, I put the other half of the sauteed eggplant. Then put what was left of the 4 cups of tomato sauce, which was 2 3/4 cups from what I'd put on there. Now I'm going to put the cheese and I'll show you. Here's my casserole, my eggplant parmesan, all assembled. That's mozzarella on top and some grated parmesan. And then I'm going to bake it when it's dinner time at 400 degrees for half an hour. Let it cool just briefly. Anyway, so that's that, and I'll be back with the second video with the rest of dinner here in a few hours when it's dinner time.